Zulkarnain has to be someone who worships Allah, the one God. When that time comes of which my Lord has warned, He's going to cause this barrier to collapse, to become ruins. And then at that time, وَتَرَكْنَا بَعْدَهُمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ يَمُوجُ فِي بَعْضٍ. Allah will then cause Gog and Magog, it seems, to surge against each other like waves, crashing against each other. Or Allah will cause mankind to enter into an age of universal anarchy, with people surging against each other, clashing with each other all over the earth. وَتَرَكْنَا بَعْدَهُمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ يَمُوجُ فِي بَعْضٍ. And when you see these things happening on the face of the earth, you know the trumpet is coming. وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ فَجَمَعْنَاهُمْ جَمْعًا وَعَرَضْنَا جَهَنَّمَ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَرْضًا. And on that day we shall place hell for all to see. In other words, this world is going to become a living hell before the eyes of those who deny the truth. الَّذِينَ كَانَتْ أَعْيُنُهُمْ فِي غِطَاءٍ عَنْ ذِكْرِي وَكَانُوا لَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ السَّمْعَ. They are those whose eyes have been veiled against any remembrance of Allah. They could not bear to listen to the voice of truth. And then finally, this verse has to be included in the passage. أَفَحَسِبَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَيَتَّخِذُوا عِبَادِي مِن دُونِي أَوْلِيَاءَ إِنَّا أَعْتَدْنَا جَهَنَّمَ لِلْكَافِرِينَ نُزُلًا. Do they who reject the truth, do they perchance believe that they would succeed in embracing my true servants who worship me, to become their awliya, their friends and their allies, while excluding me? And thus to trap them in the world which would become a living hell. Verily we have readied hell, Jahannam, to welcome all those who deny the truth. This is the passage of the Quran that introduces the subject of Gog and Magog. Now let's turn to the pictures and see whether we can locate. This is the Caucasus Mountains here, the white being the snow. And on the left side there is a body of water which is so dark and so murky, with so much algae in it, that it has been given a name. And that name has been there with it for many, many, many years. Even the time of Ibn Kathir. It's called the Black Sea. It's called the Black Sea. Why? Because it is so dark. If you go to the Mediterranean Sea and you're on a ship, you could see several meters underneath the water. But if you go to the Black Sea, you'd hardly be able to see more than 1 meter underneath the water. Ibn Kathir recognizes this to be the sea mentioned in the Quran as Hamiyah. On this side of the Black Sea is the Caspian Sea. And in between the Caspian and the Black Sea is this body of land. So we say that Zulkarnain is traveling in that direction to the west, and then in this direction to the east. And incidentally, the Caspian Sea was destined to hold a huge basin of oil. A huge basin of oil underneath the Caspian Sea. The Caucasus Mountains are an unbroken range of mountains from that end to this end. But in between the Caucasus Mountains, there is one pass, only one, in between. It's called the Darial Gorge. Let's see if we have photographs of that. Here we are, the Caspian Sea, you can see it here. The Black Sea out there, that's Turkey. This is Syria, this is Iraq, this is Iran. And further south is the Holy Land. Next. Here's a better photograph of the Caucasus Mountains, Black Sea, Caspian Sea next. The Black Sea. You can see how black it is. And I have this photograph in my book, Gog and Magog. The Russian fleet, nuclear-powered Russian fleet, is over here. Over here. So, when Gog and Magog are released, says the Hadith, the first of them will pass by the Sea of Galilee. That's where the Sea of Galilee is, north of Jerusalem. The Sea of Galilee is north of Jerusalem. And Gog and Magog are heading for Jerusalem. The word Jerusalem does not occur in the Hadith. It's the word Baitul Maqdis. So Gog and Magog are going to come down. The word Baitul Maqdis is actually there in the Hadith. Gog and Magog are going to come down to Baitul Maqdis. And in the passage, in the process of going to Baitul Maqdis, they're going to pass by the Sea of Galilee. So they're coming from the north. They're coming from here. Alright? So Zulkarnain travels this way and then this way. And in between is the passage. See if we can find that. The passageway between. Here we are. There is the gorge, and there's one side and there's the other side. And it's like an open shell. See, the Quran is describing this Sadafain. There they are again, the Sadafain. Go ahead. Oh, terrible. An open shell. No, this is better than the one I have in my book. The one in my book is really ugly. An open shell. So we see the two sides of the shell there. Alright? So previously the Quran had used the word Sadain, but now it uses the word Sadafain, the two sides of an open shell like that. Go ahead. Better. There you are. The two sides of an open shell. There you are, and that's the gorge in between. Go ahead. Okay, Black Sea, Caspian Sea. Yeah, go ahead. See, we have some more. One of the major events of Akhirul Zaman is the conquest of Constantinople. And there's Constantinople. Mustafa Kamal insists that the name is Istanbul, and if you use the name Constantinople, you can be arrested. And the Turkish post office will not accept any mail with the name Constantinople, because he wants us to believe, and the Ottoman Islamic Empire wants us to believe, that the conquest of Constantinople prophesied by Nabi Muhammad already occurred in 1453. Wrong. The conquest of Constantinople is still to occur. And the reason why the conquest of Constantinople takes place after the Malhama, and maybe in the fourth session we can deal with Malhama. The conquest of Constantinople is important. Why? Because Eastern Christianity did not form an alliance with the Jews. Western Christianity did. Eastern Christianity is Rome of the Quran. And Nabi Muhammad ﷺ said that we Muslims are going to form an alliance with Rome. That alliance is important because the major force that faces Israel, the major threat to Israel, comes from Russia. The Russian nuclear-powered navy is here. Russia's navy cannot use this area over here in the winter time because it's all snow and ice. So for the Russian navy to get into the Mediterranean, this is the path. And NATO controls Istanbul, Constantinople, on behalf of the Anglo-American Zionist Alliance. And before NATO, it was the Ottoman Empire that controlled this on behalf of Britain and France. And it was the Ottoman Empire which was waging holy war on Eastern Christianity, on behalf of Western Christianity. And so the conquest of Constantinople has to take place so that the Russian fleet can get out of the Black Sea and come here. So we have, I believe, established for you the geographical location of Gog and Magog.
Video.